Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a massive pain point for anyone running online ads: how to stop throwing money away and actually start seeing some real results. Now, the secret, it isn't about having a bigger budget. Nope, it's all about having a smarter structure. So let's break down exactly how that works.
So, does this sound a little too familiar? You're pouring money, I mean pouring it, into your Google Ads campaigns. But the return on investment? It's just not there. The clicks are expensive, conversions are practically non-existent, and it really feels like you're just feeding cash into this giant machine with almost nothing to show for it, right?
Okay, so if you're sitting there nodding along, this is the big mental shift you need to make. The real problem, more often than not, isn't how much you're spending. It's the actual blueprint of your campaign. Getting that structure right is literally the difference between throwing money away and actually making it.
So, to get this fixed, we've got to go back to basics for a second. Let's take a quick look at the blueprint of a Google Ads campaign and pinpoint the one piece of the puzzle that truly matters most.
And that key building block is the ad group. Seriously, just think of it like a simple container. Inside this little box, you put your keywords, your ads, and your bids. And here's the golden rule, the one thing you have to remember. Everything inside one single container has to be about the same thing. It all needs to share a common theme.
Okay, so let's look at the whole hierarchy, from top to bottom. You've got your main account way up at the top. Underneath that, you have your campaigns. And then, tucked inside each of those campaigns, you have your ad groups. See? It's right there at that ad group level where you organize all your specific keywords and ads. And trust me, this is exactly where the magic or, the total mess happens.
All right, so if we know that a messy structure is the problem, then it's pretty clear that a tightly themed structure is the solution. And this simple idea, well, it's the strategic shift that can completely change the game for your ad performance.
And boom, this slide is where it should all click into place. Just look at this. On the left, you've basically got a junk drawer. Car tires, car stereos, running shoes, just all thrown in together. How can you write a good ad for that? You can't. It has to be generic. But now look at the right. Everything is about one single theme: shoes. All of a sudden, you can speak directly to what that customer is looking for. That, right there, is the whole concept in a nutshell.
So why is this so incredibly powerful? I mean, it's not just about being organized, right? Well, this whole strategy is built on 4 key pillars that directly pump up your campaign's success. Let's break them down.
Okay, pillar number 1, a much better quality score.
So here's the deal with Google. Their entire system is built to reward one thing: relevance. When your keywords, your ad copy, and your landing page all line up perfectly, guess what? People are way more likely to click on your ad. And that higher click-through rate, or CTR, directly boosts your quality score. And a better quality score means you pay less for every single click. It's that simple.
All right, moving on to pillar number 2, this makes comparing your performance so much easier.
Think about it. If you throw car tires and car stereos into the same bucket, how on earth do you know which one is actually performing well? You can't. But when you separate them into their own themes, you get crystal clear data. You can finally see which products are your big winners and which ones are just burning through your budget.
Pillar number 3, and this one's all about communication. You get to write way more specific ad copy.
I mean, when an ad group is focused only on, say, running shoes, your ad can talk directly to the person looking for them. You get to stop writing these vague, generic ads, and you can start mirroring the searcher's exact intent, word for word.
And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Someone searches for something super specific, like red cocktail dress with gray neckline. Now, if you have a themed ad group just for cocktail dresses, your ad can be just as specific. It can use those exact keywords. That level of relevance it's incredibly powerful. It makes the person searching feel like you totally get what they're looking for.
And that brings us right to our 4th and final pillar: making your bid setting way simpler.
See, when all the keywords in an ad group are closely related, they generally have a pretty similar value to your business. This means you can set one single, effective bid for the entire group, instead of the nightmare of trying to manage dozens of different bids for a bunch of totally random keywords. It just makes sense.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. By adopting this simple, theme-based structure, you can actually transform your ad account from that money-sucking black hole we talked about at the beginning into a predictable, efficient profit engine.
So here's the real takeaway. This isn't just about being neat.
A themed structure is a powerful strategic tool that puts you back in control. You get total clarity on what's working and what's not, you lower your costs, and you finally start creating ads that truly resonate with people because they reflect exactly what your customers are searching for.
Look, this isn't some secret magical trick. It's the best practice used by successful advertisers literally everywhere. I can almost guarantee your competitors are structuring their campaigns this way. So really the only question left is, now that you see how this works, what is your next campaign going to look like?